Well, welcome back. We're back here with Ben Hollioake. Thanks very much for coming in and joining us, man. It's nice to have you in. Now, listen, it's been a top year for you, hasn't it?
It's gone well so far, yeah.
I mean, amazing. Rocketing to stardom.
It has been a bit sharper eyes, but still only early on in the year and there's a long way to go yet.
Now, you are going to save English cricket by all accounts, aren't you?
That's what they're trying to say. Hopefully I can, but it's going well at the moment when we just beat Australia 3-0 in the one day. So.
Yeah, and you played incredibly well and everybody was saying, fantastic, we found a new superstar, and now today they've left you out of the test team, haven't they?
I know, but that's fine, you know, one-day game and test games are a bit different, and I haven't really played much four-day cricket, so... Well,
that's the thing, they say that you've only done 3 first-class games, haven't you?
Five.
And 5 now, is it?
That's a big difference there.
Almost twice as many.
Yeah.
But they say that you can't be selected till you've had 10, which seems just ridiculous. If you're up for it, you know, and you're able, why not? Why aren't they getting to you?
I don't know whether that's the reason. I think maybe because they won their last 2 test matches while they were in New Zealand, so they started to get in a winning rut. They probably want to keep the nucleus of that team together.
So what have they said to you about your future? Are they going to get you in?
I hope so. Depends, obviously. If I don't play well enough, they can't. But hopefully, if I play to my potential, they will.
Are we brave enough in this country about how we select? I mean, the other thing is, I mean, is there a difference between how people are brought up in other countries? You know, you must win, 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 and this country is taking part, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that is a big factor over
You're a
here.
bit of a winner.
But hopefully, yeah, I'll try to be.
Because our only real hero is Tim Henman, you know, we're sort of hoping that you're going to be our new hero. You saw this last film. Have you found that you're surrounded with groupies in the way, you know, these kind of boat girls bordering on a tart girls?
Should you even be playing for England at all? Because you're half Australian. Are you, by the way?
I am. I'm probably. Some people will say I'm fully Australian, but.
Because you got a lot of stick, didn't you? When you first left and it was announced you were going to play for England, you got a lot of stick back in Australia, didn't you?
I don't know. I didn't. I thought I probably would, so I didn't get in contact with any press.
What about
over there
on the pitch? Because you're playing the Aussies now, of course, and you must get a bit of stick as being a bit of a traitor, isn't that right?
No, they were lovely.
No?
They asked me out for a drink during the
Are they
game.
nasty to you, though?
I can't believe they're not slating you at the stumps.
No, they did. They got into me a fair bit, but I expected that, so I didn't.
It's all part of the deal, is it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Abuse is part of the game generally, I suppose. Sometimes part of the gamesmanship that's used.
I wouldn't say abuse. I mean, they don't get very personal. People don't get personal with people, but you know, they try and psych the opposition out with a few little comments.
Well, we've been looking at abuse in sport generally, particularly racism in football. Well, it looks pretty bad, all that, doesn't it? I mean, this morning I spoke to a group called the Amateur Football Association. One of their bosses, a bloke called Wally Goss, and he said that he thinks a lot of the Asian and black players are oversensitive. He said, like, lesbians and gays are a bit paranoid about abuse. And he also said that he thought most of the players who are guilty of this sort of thing don't actually think that it causes any real distress, which I found a bit odd, but that's his opinion, I guess. What about you, Ben? You saw the film. What do you think should be done?
Well, they said there's no money being invested
Not a penny.
in the grassroots of the problem, so obviously that's a major factor they're going to have to tackle.
You said there's no racism in cricket at all. I mean, that's
I couldn't say no because I personally wouldn't know that much, but there's never been any, you know, that I've been involved in, and that's probably to do with the fact that the main targets would be the West Indies, obviously, because they're black, but they've got all the fastest bowlers, so no one's going to do that. Yeah.
I want to get back to the more serious stuff. You know, you're going to be seriously famous this summer. You're going to be like the new Tim Henman. These women, are they moving in on you? I mean, I don't want to embarrass you. Are people moving in on you to try to get your cash and...
No, not really. I think, you know, the sport of cricket's not as well followed by women, you might say, so I think I'll be pretty safe there, hopefully.
Oh,
yeah, it might be, though, after they've seen you on the pitch.
I don't know. You're embarrassing me again.
You and your brother, you're becoming a bit like a rock and roll couple, aren't you, of the cricket world, if there is such a thing. And you're quite competitive. I hear you race your cars around Clapham. Is this right?
You shouldn't say it because my parents are just over there. But yeah, within the speed limit, yeah.
Good man.
Do you have any Gallagher-style bust-ups? Are you that competitive that you kind of get your bats out and...
I wouldn't say that bad, but you know, we're sober most of the time, so...
Most of the time. What about the other times?
We learn, we stay away from each other then.
Is there any kind of sibling rivalry?
I wouldn't say rivalry, not rivalry. I mean, he got picked today and I didn't, but I'm only happy for him.
You must be gutted by that, though.
Yeah,
especially if he got picked and you didn't.
No. I mean, him getting picked's the second best thing to me getting picked, so...
There's brotherly love for you.
A little bit.
You'd rather be in there with him?
A little bit, yeah.
You'd rather be in there with him, presumably.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
And you'll be back.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back.
I'll be back next year.
Listen, why is it that? What do you think? There's any problem with the selectors that you find yourself in this situation where they don't stick with you? I mean, having made such a big impression, do you think there's a problem that the selectors are too old and out of touch? I know there's some younger ones now.
No, I don't think so. I think the selectors have done quite a good job. I mean,
You've got to say that, of course.
Yeah, I've got to say that.
Bit controversial.
No, I think that's fine with it. I think I'll get my chance anyway, and hopefully I'll take it.
Yeah, well, you did last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, thanks very much for coming in, man.
Okay.
Very much appreciate it.
That's
And, thank you for talking.
Cheers.
So, yeah, and come in and see us again soon, and good luck with
I
this
will.
summer, and hope you get back in and stuff the Aussie.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, look at that, 2/3 of the way through the programme already, and we've still got 3 Saturday girls who are going to get their bits out and show us about body piercing, and the 6th Spice Girl, Hairy Spice.
Time that we had this conversation, I decided we should be friends.
Girl power, to me, is about energy.
But now,
It's about enthusiasm.
oh,
It's about having something to say and not being scared to say it.